Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be telling you what it would be like if I had my very own Pokemon gym.
So this trend of talking about what it would be like if we had our own Pokemon gyms was started in the Poketubing community by Poketubers like Mr. Buddy and Birdkeeper Toby. So today I'm going to throw my hat into the ring and tell you what I would do if given the chance to have my own Pokemon gym. Gym leaders are a very important part of each and every Pokemon game's main storyline. They come at you with challenging teams, puzzles, and type-themed battles. So I was thinking of what I would do, what type I would have. That's the first thing you need to think about when you're making your own gym. And the immediate answer was my very favorite type. Fire type. I'm sure none of you are shocked by that, seeing as my mascots are Emboar and Charizard, so no surprise there. A few other types I considered were Electric, Dragon, and Dark, which are my other favorite types. And if you want to see me make this into a little mini-series where I do one for each of my favorite type, then tell me in the comments, or just get this a lot of likes and I'll do it for sure. So next we're going to have to think about what's it going to be like on the inside and outside, what's the design of the gym itself going to be. And I know this isn't very original per se, but yeah, I would make it in a volcano because I just like that idea. I think it's a cool one. And then as for what it would be like on the inside, I think something like a puzzle where you're on a floating platform in lava like in the Blackthorn City gym in the Johto region would be very cool in my opinion. Another important factor about gyms is where they are in the game. And I don't mean like what town it's in, I mean like, between the first and the 8th gym, where's it going to be? Because something about that is that, depending on where you are in the spectrum, this could allow for some differences in creative freedom, in how challenging your gym could be, and how, just big and intricate it could be. So, considering I like to do competitive battling a lot, and I know a fair amount about the metagame, but I'm not the best all the time, I'm going to put myself as the 7th gym. Then, taking a look at all the other 7th gym leaders, something that I had to make note of so that, I could be a fitting 7th gym leader is what the level ranges are. And looking at the 7th gym leaders from each of the 6 regions we have so far, their levels tend to average at about 40 to early 50s. So anywhere between level 40 to probably level 55, I would say, as a maximum. So that's the level range I'll be sticking to when we take a look at my team later in the video. One last thing before we continue. Bam! Fire-type gym leader outfit. So, taking a look back inside the gym, something that you'll notice with every gym is that there's like a theme of who the trainers are in terms of like what trainer classes show up. So I thought the most fitting ones would be the Kindler and the Ace trainer classes. Because the Kindler, well, obviously, they are fire trainers, they work with fire Pokemon all the time. Then Ace trainers, because, 7th gym, I'm strong, and then my trainers are strong, and it's sort of like to get this atmosphere, because like I said before, they're like the in-game equivalent to a competitive battler. And with every gym, there seems to be a certain pool of Pokemon that the underling trainers pull from whenever they pull their little small teams together. Another thing that's important is, other than the typing, there is usually a theme to what Pokemon are used. So the theme with my gym would obviously be volcanoes, but also the sun and just generally the overwhelmingly intense heat and power that comes from the sun. Back to the other gym trainers, the pool of Pokemon they would be pulling from would be Magcargo, Camerupt, Ninetales, Arcanine, and maybe one or two of them would have a surprise Typhlosion because, it's the eruption Pokemon and we're in a volcano, so it only makes sense. So now here comes the fun part. what would my team be? What would the team you would be facing as against the gym leader be? Let's get right into it. So my first Pokemon would be a Larvesta. And I know you're probably thinking, why a Larvesta and why not a Volcarona? Well, the thing is that my cap I'm putting is level 55, and since Larvesta evolved into Volcarona at level 59, I'm gonna have to stick with just a Larvesta. This Larvesta will be level 45, its ability will be Flame Body, so that if you make contact with it, you might get burned. Its moves will be Flame Charge, so it can boost its speed and hopefully outspeed opponents for, to be able to hit first and deal in some great damage. Its offensive moves would be Flamethrower, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain. Flamethrower for that nice old Fire Stab, Bug Buzz for some Bug Stab, and Giga Drain, which would be really great because it would handle all the Fire-type weaknesses and give Larvesta a form of recovery. The next Pokemon would be a Pyroar because, in mythology, lions tend to have a connection to the sun, and, its mane looks sort of like an explosion, or if you stretch it a little, it could look like the sun. So this Pyroar will be a male one just because it needs to have that look with its mane, that's something that's for sure. And it will be level 47. Its ability will be Unnerve, mostly because Rivalry would actually lower the damage of its moves if, say, a opposite gender, a female Pokemon, were to be on the field. And I don't really care to have that happen, even if it does mean that against male Pokemon I would have boosted damage. And Moxie doesn't really help me at all because it's a special attacker and it's only going to be using special attacks. So its ability will be Unnerve, which could be nice because, a trainer going through the story might have a few berries, and they might put these berries on their Pokemon to try and give them something to heal with so that they can save potions. But Unnerve means no berries for you. So this Pyroar will be running Overheat, Flamethrower, Hyper Voice, and Dark Pulse. Overheat for some powerful Fire Stab, Flamethrower for some reliable Fire Stab, Hyper Voice for a special attacking normal type move, and Dark Pulse just because it adds a little bit of coverage and could hit any ghosts that may or may not show up to challenge it. The next Pokemon on my team would be the Volcano Camel himself, Camerupt. Will be level 49, have the ability Solid Rock so it can take reduced damage from super effective moves, and its attacks will be Eruption because it's a volcano, and I just think it would only be right for the volcano Pokemon in the volcano gym to be able to erupt. It would also carry Overheat, and then Earth Power for some ground type stab, and Rock Slide just to throw opponents off and to add a little bit of neat coverage to its arsenal. And now the most important Pokemon, the all-important secret weapon, my ace Pokemon will be Charizard. Charizard, yeah, I know, you're probably like, oh my gosh, you Charizard fanboy, Charizard's so overrated, kill yourself. But no, I really do like Charizard, and I've been thinking about him since the start for this, because instead of Emboar, because I just don't think Emboar fits the, theme or feel of it as well as Charizard does. So this Charizard will be coming in at level 52, having the hidden ability Solar Power, there's your sun connection for you, with the moves Flamethrower, Overheat, Air Slash, and Dragon Pulse. You get your dual Fire Stab moves, and your Air Slash for that Flying Stab, and Dragon Pulse to hit dragons. Maybe a person might have a dragon, and maybe it's just a cool move. So there it is, that's my ace. It would be our fast special sweeper Charizard, so it's the ace. So let's say you did beat my team. The rewards would be, if you couldn't have guessed already, the TM would be the TM for Overheat, because it's pretty much the most powerful special attacking fire type move that you could get, at least as a TM, because the other ones would be Eruption, which is not a TM, probably never will be, and Blast Burn, which is for starters only and is only ever a tutor move, so that just couldn't happen. So, and then the badge would be the Inferno badge, which is this neat, crappy little thing I threw together myself. Hopefully it doesn't look too awful. But yeah, the Inferno badge and TM Overheat would be your rewards if you did beat me. So I hope you... Oh, you thought this video was over? No way! I'm not that kind of trainer. I'm the kind of trainer who's going to be battling all the time, all day and all night. So you bet your butt there's going to be a rematch battle. So with most gym leader rematches, they have several rematches until they're hit a point where they just stop having higher level and more Pokemon and more evolved Pokemon and such. So just because that would be boring, so we're just gonna skip right to what my team will be as the final rematch. So let's head into that with the first Pokemon you'll be facing in my rematch battle. So you remember that little old Larvesta that couldn't be a Volcarona because of the level limit? Well, now that the level limit has been expanded, this thing has evolved into a Volcarona. This thing will be a level 65 Volcarona with the moves Quiver Dance, Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain. And I know what you're thinking, but isn't Fire Dance a level 100 only move? Well, actually, you can teach it Fiery Dance as a Volcarona at a lower level if you go to the move reminder with a heart scale. Its ability will stay Flame Body. Oh, and you see that little text down there? Yeah, competitive battler. So this time I'm going to have items just to make it even more challenging. So I'm not going easy on you. So on to the next Pokemon. The Pyro from before. Yeah, that thing is being replaced. I like Pyroar and all, but I wanted to squeeze in some other Pokemon that I like even more. So it's going to be being replaced with Typhlosion. There were some other Pokemon I wanted to put in with the team, but they just didn't really fit the theme that I had going before quite as well, so I didn't put them in. But here we are, Typhlosion, our replacement for Pyroar. This will be a level 65 Typhlosion with its hidden ability Flash Fire and the moves Eruption, Flamethrower, Extrasensory, and Hidden Power Grass. So, you got your Eruption, Flamethrower for your Fire Stab, Extrasensory for the coverage, and, Hidden Power Grass covers for the Fire type weaknesses. I always gotta have some sort of Grass type move up my sleeve to deal with my weaknesses. And this one will be running a Choice Scarf as its item. The next Pokemon will be a Chandelure, which, though it doesn't really fit with the theme that I have stated before quite all that much at all, I wanted to include at least, one of my super mega favorite kind of Pokemon. But I decided not to put Emboar just because, it's too obvious. It's my mascot, it's my favorite. But this Chandelure will be level 65. All of them are going to be level 65 except for my signature Pokemon. So this one will have the hidden ability Infiltrator, and its move will be Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball for just, more grass coverage. You gotta keep that grass coverage coming. And that's gonna have the move Trick with the item Choice Specs, so that way it can boost its damage, or it could, catch you off guard if you're trying to do some sort of statusy type thing and trick Choice Specs onto you just to mess with you. Ooh, so the Spoopy Lamp is the third Pokemon on the rematch team. Next up is that good old Volcano Camel from before, Camerupt. Not much has really changed with this Camerupt. It's just level 65, still got the ability Solid Rock, and its moves are Eruption, Flamethrower, Earth Power, and this time Hidden Power Grass. I just changed Overheat to Flamethrower so we can have something we can just use more often without having to worry about our stats being dropped, and Hidden Power Grass, because, how many things can I squeeze grass coverage onto just to kill off the, weakness of a fire type. Gotta make sure that I'm pretty much unbeatable. Then for our second to last Pokemon will be the Firefox that brings the heat, Ninetales. It'll be a level 65 Ninetales with the hidden ability Drought, just to bring that sun power. Because, the theme is volcanoes and the sun. So, bringing the sun power is our Drought Ninetales with the moves Flamethrower, Solar Beam, Will-O-Wisp, and Confuse Ray. So, Flamethrower is the obvious move. You gotta have it on pretty much all of these because they're all special attackers and they need their fire stab. So this one could come in at pretty much any time, set up some sun, and its item will be the Heat Rock, so that way the sun lasts just that much longer. Will-O-Wisp could cripple any physically offensive Pokemon you might bring to challenge me, and Confuse Ray is just there to be annoying. So this will be a great supportive member of our fire team. And last but not least, our ace Pokemon, the Charizard. But this Charizard is not going to stay a normal Charizard. Like I said before, it's going to be Mega Evolving. This one will Mega Evolve into Mega Charizard Y, because even though I like Mega Charizard X better, it's got that Drought, which it's what the team needs. It helps the team. It helps Charizard to fit the solar heat theme of just raw power in the form of heat and intensity. So this one will have its hidden ability, so it could come in after the Ninetales to get that boost from the solar power, or if the sun's gone, it could Mega Evolve and bring even more sun power and hit you with some Flamethrower, boosted by the sun, boosted by his stab, boosted by its incredible special attack. Air Slash, keep that for the flying type stab. Solar Beam, because again, we gotta squeeze in as much grass coverage as we possibly can. It hits for that huge damage, and it gets the instant charge in the sun. Yeah, this team, it doesn't care if you bring water types. This thing is built to be pretty much the epitome of a perfect fire type team. And then the last move will be the Dragon Pulse, because you could bring in a dragon, especially in the rematch. You could try and counter me with the dragon types that resist me, but it's just gonna be like, nope, Dragon Pulse, and you're gone. So that is my super powerful rematch team. So now we're at the end of the video for real. What did you guys think? Would you like to see me do a video on the other types presented here, or would you not want to see that? And what would you do if you were given the chance to have your own Pokemon gym? What would your type be? What would your theme be? What would it look like? What would your team be? Tell me all that in the comment section below. This has been Ace Joey. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.